Okay, Brett and I are back. We're looking at some more imagery for the Living Vision Board, and we're finding it everywhere. Again, just driving down the street is an incredible experience because there are so many things in our environment that are just simply triggering our Living Vision Board. It's amazing. So Brett, let's talk a little bit more about this. Because you know, if we look at the just the simple math of the 50,000 thoughts we have per day, and we all know that 70% of those thoughts are generally going to be negative or demotivating. What would happen if we took and just increased our positive thoughts by what? 100%? 1,000%? How's that going to work?
Okay, so if we take a look at what 1% is of that 50,000, that's 500 amazing, inspiring thoughts a day that have to be completely new and revolutionary thoughts to your awareness. The challenge that most people have living in a self-reflective universe is that almost every thought they have today is the same thought and same feeling they had the day before, for the most part. You might be reading a new book and have an aha, but then you fall right back into that same pattern again. And that's just human nature. That's just the way life is. So if you were to have an amazing 500, earth-shattering new ways of looking at your reality each day coming in from the outside, interrupting your present pattern of thought, that would be pretty huge.
Well, currently right now we have about 50 of those kind of thoughts a day, right? On average?
Yeah, definitely probably more like 0.1% for the average person. And that's the average person in personal growth, personal development. Most people are definitely stuck on the other side of that spectrum. And I say most people, that's just the way the world's working right now. That's why we're seeing more entropy and more things falling apart than we are seeing more sustainability and evolution happening. But with the Living Vision Board, it's pretty amazing because you're guaranteed to be surrounded by thousands of pattern interruptions that will lead you to anywhere from 50 to 500 new thoughts per interruption. So we're talking millions, if not trillions, of new connections each day that allow you to literally, consciously and competently create the internal dialogue that you have with yourself. So if you were to have 500 thoughts a day, that would be 1% of your thoughts. And actually, if we really want to create some sort of lasting and sustainable and real change in our lives in any sort of real time, you're going to need to increase that number by quite a bit more than 500 thoughts per day. And that's where the power of this Living Vision Board comes in. At some point here in one of our conversations, I'll just rattle off all the messages that I see and go into the depth of each one, and you'll have a pretty good idea of how this would be a big impact for you. I can give you a quick example. Boom, there's a message right there that says, I'm a hero on a hero's journey, and I'm surrounded by an army of love and light warriors. Now, you may not see that same message because that's not the story you're creating for yourself, but that is a story I'm creating for me. I am a hero on a hero's journey. That's my path that I've chosen. And when I saw that statement, there was also a question embedded into it that asked me, what am I willing to let go of in order to experience that even more? So I'm willing to let go of my addiction to the thoughts and the feelings and the identity of my past in order to open up again and to unfold into the person and the brilliance of my potential and the person I was born to be. And another question that was embedded into that message I just saw, and there's a couple other good ones right there, was what's a simple step I'm willing to do today to make that happen? So I'll go ahead and answer that question. A simple step I'm willing to do today to step up into that is there's a person by the name of Sean that I've been thinking about reaching out to and connecting, who I believe is a really powerful warrior who lives in Colorado. So I'm going to give him I'm going to send him an email today. So I just set a cause in motion, and that cause is set in motion because of the message I just saw. Had I not seen that, I wouldn't ask myself the question, and that the action that's going to follow it would not be taking place. So who knows what type of reality is going to be created now because of that message I just saw. And this whole time I'm talking, there's another beautiful message. My thoughts are being interrupted, and they're being interrupted with my potential. It has nothing to do with my past at all. It has everything to do with the person I'm born to be. And that's the beauty of this, is that you're literally creating a conversation with the deeper part of who you are. In this universe, we are the universe observing ourselves. So I'm allowing the universe to speak to me in a way that gets beyond my identity and opens me up to something larger than my conscious mind could even possibly create from moment to moment.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is that people who are creating their own living vision board, it's easy because it's from your life for your life. So it's their story. It's their imagery. It's their living vision board, and we're not going to be preaching to them saying, "Well, this is how your living vision board should read."
Exactly.
Ah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, guys, we'll see y'all later on our next trip.